But I think it's kind of interesting that we had Resident Evil 4 VR announced out of the gates. And I think this is going to be one of those hybrid titles, right?
Did it say content? I thought it said Resident Evil 4 content, VR content. Like, I don't think. Do you think it's going to be a full VR game?
Yeah. Totally. 100%. Yeah.
Hold on.
So you think it's like a PSVR only thing?
It's this PSVR2 content also in development. So I don't think it is the full. I don't think the remake is going to be a full VR game.
I think it will be.
Why does it say content?
I don't know. They worded it wrong. Maybe this is just my copium.
I'm in denial.
Maybe I am.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us today for the State of Play.
We've been around long enough that in the early days of PC VR, we had some really like banging titles, but you needed a gaming PC to run them. You know, games like Stormland and Asgard's Wrath, you know, Marvel Powers United.
Yeah.
They all looked amazing. They all looked great. Some of them weren't necessarily great games, but they looked really good. And then obviously we had this period where we pushed to standalone VR, which, you know, I think did amazing things for the VR market, raised awareness of VR and got VR into people's hands, but you had to suffer that visual downgrade, and the quality of the games did take a hit as well. So I'm kind of looking forward to, with PlayStation, them bringing back really good looking VR games, and hopefully with a bit more meat on the bone as well that we can get our teeth into.
What I'm looking forward to more than anything with this headset is the haptics. It was all really down to this. This controller's fantastic. The headset, to me, it's like going to be like a triple hit. Do you know what I mean? You're going to have that headset with the haptics. You're going to have those controllers, and then you're going to have an extra bit of it. Like the FOV is going to be wider. Chances are, if it's anything like PSVR, it's going to be bloody comfortable. I think to myself, like, this is going to be, I think this might be the biggest wave of VR's had. I do. That's how much I think I value PSVR. I think PSVR2 is going to be the biggest splash yet.
I hope you're right. I do think that Quest 2 will still dominate without question.
Really?
Just because, yeah. I think that there's no way that PSVR 2 will outsell Quest.
I would put some money on that. Quest 2, in my mind, is nearly coming to the end of its life. I think within the next year, you're going to have a new model.
Yeah, but I still think it will dominate because just due to the price range, you know, there's a big difference between £300, $300. Then you've got to you're probably going to have to pay £400, $400 for the PSVR 2 headset alone. Then you've got to get a console on top of that. I think it's definitely going to hit home with enthusiasts like us that want, like, you know, that beefier VR content to play that looks amazing. But I do think that Quest 2 will still continue to dominate. And this will kind of be I think it will be like a 70-30 split. So 70% towards Quest, 30% towards PSVR 2.
I just think the IPs, and I know people don't really like, exclusives, but I think exclusives are going to be what wins this. And I'm not saying Meta's going to be down or Quest 2 is going to be down. I'm hoping it's a 50-50. In VR at the moment, like, how many times have you played a game now on Quest or PC and gone, oh, this game's like Mario Kart, but it's called Dash Dash. And that's the difference.
Yeah.
When we label these games like Pavlov is Call of Duty, well, actually, fuck that. We actually will have Call of Duty. That's what I think is different. And that's where I think that when God of War happens or something like that, I see that domination happening because of known brands.
PlayStation are the ones that fund so much money into advertising, you know, like whenever you go to the cinema, for example, you always see like PlayStation ads.
Do you remember Skyrim? Do you remember Skyrim?
Yeah. They always have banging ads. So, I'm looking forward to them pushing these like PSVR 2 ads out there. But the other thing is, like, how are they going to handle the backwards compatibility? Because we've got this vast library of PSVR content already.
Yeah.
You know, like Moss, Beat Saber, Static, Blood and Truth, Iron Man. You know, we got some of these fantastic titles that would, you know, I definitely want to play them again on a higher resolution headset with better tracking and better motion controls this time. So really the question is going to be how they handle that back catalog. I really don't know how they're going to manage this. And like you say, with the controller, games that used the DualShock previously, are they going to be able to do that with the new controller somehow? Because like we said the other day, it does have a kind of like a U-shaped light around the touchpad in the middle. Maybe the inside out tracking of the PSVR 2 will be able to detect what's going on with that and maybe utilize that in some way in conjunction with like gyroscopes and stuff like that that's built into the controller maybe.
Let's have a quick look around. So one of the chats that we was talking about was price, and I get in this a lot in DMs. I'll come out and say 450. That's where I think it'd be, 450. And the reply is normally, well, what you're saying to me is that it's going to cost someone £900 to £1,000 for the complete setup. And I'm like, yeah, it is. Like, I think 450 for the console, 450 for the headset. It sounds a lot. It is a lot. I also think it's a good 2, 3, hopefully even longer, 4 years of a life cycle of VR.
With Quest, you know, it's £300. This is going to be way more. It's going to be £400 or £500, I think, because you've got to think about the specs that they're pushing into this headset. You know, we're almost 2000 by 2000 pixels per eye, which is, you know, a little bit higher. It can go up to 120 hertz. Obviously, the Quest 2 can do that as well. But like you say, with the built-in haptics that's built into the headset, you've got the amazing audio that's being pushed from the PS5 as well. Eye tracking, that's a lot of tech. And, you know, with the eye tracking, what we don't really know is how they're going to leverage that with like foveated rendering, like dynamic foveated rendering, where they just render the middle of what your eye is seeing at the highest possible clarity, and then everything else in the peripheral is kind of at a slightly lower resolution to boost the performance.
Backwards compatibility. I didn't want to get away from that. So we had a conversation about this the other day, and I think it won't happen. Not in a big sense. I do think Moss Book 2 will get the PSVR2. Will you pay for it? Because at the moment, sometimes you pay for an upgrade. I actually do think you could say goodbye to your library. I do. Because
I think that would be a big mistake. Imagine if they did that with Quest 2. You know, you couldn't carry over your library from Quest 1.
This is such a different time now. There's a lot of people who were in PSVR who aren't here now. I think development teams are too small. I think they won't know what the comeback will be for them. If you update a game that's already purchased on a previous generation, are they going to make it free? Like, if you said to them, pay a $5,
it has to be free.
Pay $5, and if it's free, what is the incentive?
It has to be free because the incentive is new users.
But wouldn't it be better for them just to say, yeah, this is part 2?
Maybe let's talk about some games then, because you shared a leak on Twitter the other day of like kind of like a roll call of content that might be showed during State of Play, and there were some games on there, and one of them was Modern Warfare 2. Yes. That was the one that stood out for me, because like
that stood out for everyone.
Yeah, so that they reckon, or according to that leak and some other rumors that I've heard, that Modern Warfare 2 will have a VR mode, but it'll be exclusive to PlayStation.
So you're talking about a full VR mode?
Yeah, full VR mode. No, not experiences. None of that experience bullshit that they pulled off with the
previous. This is what I expect, though. I expect, like, today you're going to see, like, some guy in the back of a truck with a minigun. No. And that's going to be our COD.
But, you know, and although it is a leak, and I'm very skeptical, and I think it's probably highly unlikely, it is a game like that I think would attract like a much bigger audience for this headset. The only game that we know for sure that we're going to see during this event is Horizon Call of the Mountain.
Yeah. And that to me is more of a showpiece for the headset and the tech. You know,
you think that's more of an experience than a game?
Yeah.
What games would you like to see? I'll start with like my kind of like my top 3, the ones that I would love to see. Astrobot 2. I'm even repping my little Astrobot t-shirt.
Man. Yeah, legit.
He's my boy. Firewall 2. You know, I think Firewall was an amazing shooter, and it still has a dedicated fan base today. And Blood and Truth 2 as well. So, you know, a trio of sequels there.
I'm going to jump on the back of yours. You've nailed Firewall. And I remember at launch, that game changed my life. I could not stop playing it. Astrobot, I remember playing the demo of that. Still remember to this day playing it and saying to my wife, if they made this into a full game, it'd be one of the best platformers in the world. Because when you walk through the reeds and stuff like that, and they went right, you know, and obviously they really, really went over the top on Astro. The only thing I found about Astro was it stopped. Unfortunately it stopped. You know, I wanted it to keep going. I wanted more levels. I'd love to see a new Wipeout, because Wipeout to me is still one of my favorites. I'd love to see a Grand Theft Auto. I know we've got it on Quest, but I'd love to see that. There's some of my favorite franchises. Gran Turismo,
yeah, for sure.
And when I heard the possibility of Killzone coming back, like, that was some brilliant shit, like against the Hellcast. And
it's been a long time as well. It's been a long time. But yeah, like Killzone was really cool. And if they brought it back exclusive to VR, that would be an absolute banger. Interesting. Date.
Yeah. Was it 24th of the 3rd? Well, I'll go all funny. I know it's probably not VR, but I'm like...
The thing is, we're gamers as well. We're not just VR gamers. Oh.
Resident Evil 4. The leak was partly true.
Condor one to roost. I've located baby eagle.
No way, dude. That looks sick. Dude, holy shit. Look how good that looks.
One of my favourite games of all time, Resident Evil 4. And the VR version so far is the best version.
Oh, dude. No freaking way. Look how good that looks.
Oh, it looks sick, mate. Look at his hair.
Guess you, me. Picked the wrong spot to vacation, eh?
You will receive our most sacred body. It begins now.
Looks darker.
I'm pumped already. I'm pumped already.
That looks darker, doesn't it?
Yeah. Meta are going to be kind of pissed, I think, because, you know, like, they remade it.
Forget what happened that night.
Now these guys remade it.
The pain. Even for a second. This time, it can be different. It has to.
Oh, dude, that looks so good.
Does look really
Play
good.
that.
What a way to start. Oh shit, dude!
Yes,
See? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Mate, the thing is, Meta are going to be pissed because they just remade Resident Evil 4 as well. And if this is another remake, but it looks 10 times better and it's in VR as well, holy crap. Village is going to get VR support as well.
PSVR2, look.
PlayStation VR2.
Yeah, boy! Yes.
Now, let's take a look at him. Wow. Well, Ethan,
I already know exactly how this feels. We both do.
escaped my little brother's idiot.
I think she's pretty sexy. Oh, Mr. GT's in the chat.
Special you are.
Busted.
Yes, mother.
Step on me, vampire lady.
D, I'm so excited. Oh my god, this is going to be so good.
Man blood.
Oh, be careful what you wish for, Ethan Winters.
Dual wielding.
Dual wheel.
That's the thing, you couldn't do that on PC.
Pistol and shotgun. Fucking hell, what an opener! See? That's what I'm saying! Like, everyone's like,
Smashed
oh,
it.
it's gonna be rubbish. Where's Boy Brown? Has he got all his mates out the toilet? Oh.
Mate, started off banging, and then we got another PSVR2 title here. Wow.
You, of all people, have the audacity to question me.
This Dying Light too?
I thought it... I wanted to think that.
Who emerged from the putrid waters of the
Oh no, this is
Walking Dead.
to
Yeah,
plunder
Walking Dead.
our righteous gains and cut our throats like a demon in the night. What have you done to ensure the future of this forsaken
Skydance did
city?
such an exceptional job with this game.
Considering how
You,
old it is, it's still...
who have brought nothing
It's top.
but chaos.
Like,
And the thing is, it's going to look like this as well on PSVR2.
When death was swallowing this city whole, it was I who resurrected it. It was I who shined as a beacon of hope for all. The tower cries out for blood,
Oh,
and
mate.
I vow to spill it. When the bells ring, the song they sing will be righteous.
3 zombie titles though.
Welcome home.
Need a bit more variety up in here, but I'm happy with the 3 so far.
Yeah. I do agree, though. I do agree. You can't just have violence. But, oh, hello.
No Man's Sky? Yeah.
Yeah. I know so many people who will now lose their shit over this bit. To know this is happening. But have they got to buy it again?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
This game has come such a long way. The journey of this game is insane. What's it going to say? Free upgrade?
It will be. They've been really good with the updates. Here we go.
There.
Call of the Mountain.
Where are you taking me?
God, it's gorgeous.
I asked you a question. Everyone says Reyes is a good shot.
Yeah, and he'll put arrows through both of us. You're switching with me.
It's a snap maw. We're not gonna make it.
Ooh.
Blameless Murad had me released from prison. But why? Redemption is still possible, Reyes. Climb the mountain.
Mate, that looks beautiful.
Find out why the machines are attacking.
I think I'm wrong.
It does look more like a game than it does look like
really
an experience.
Yeah. I mean, I want to hear the words. I want to hear them say, "This is so long. This is," you know.
Do that, and you shall be a free man. It will take all your wits, your skills,
Wow.
and courage. You have walked in the shadows.
I'm impressed, dude.
Now it is time to climb into the light.
Oh, look at that.
Those things are going to look so huge and intimidating.
Hi,
Oh.
I'm Ben McCaw, Narrative Director at Guerrilla.
Hello, Ben.
I hope you enjoyed your first look at Horizon Call of the Mountain, coming exclusively to PlayStation VR2.
We know that PlayStation VR is getting a lot of zombie games. That's what we
Yeah,
know.
there's a lot of death coming. So the date for Resident Evil 4 the remake is the 24th of March. And it's said about PSVR. Is that going to be like a release date, do you think?
Dude, like, that's a long, long time away. That's a long, long time away. That's all I'm thinking right now. That is a lot. That is a year away, basically.
It is a long time. It is a long time. I think we should just put like our channels into like stasis. Yeah.
Cryo freeze them.
Just freeze them. Come back the 24th.
She says it was 24th of the 3rd. Yeah, 24th of March. But then again, it could just be that there's launch titles and then this comes out later. But I think you're probably right. It might be around that time that the headset releases as well.
I think it's something like this. I do. I think it's going to be around this time. I don't think it's going to be at Christmas because at the end of the day, who would release a brand new headset at a time of year when no one's got any fucking money after Christmas? January and February, I don't think, like people I know, they're like, dude, I'm broke.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
So actually, if there's any date that at the moment I'd shift all my chips on, it would be this one.
Yeah, no, I agree, actually. I agree. But I think it's kind of interesting that we had Resident Evil 4 VR announced out of the gates. And I think this is going to be one of those hybrid titles, right? It's going to be like, you're going to be able to play it flat, but you're also going to be able to play it in VR as well.
Did it say content? I thought it said Resident Evil 4 content, VR content. Like, I don't think. Do you think it's going to be a full VR game?
Yeah, totally, 100%. Yeah.
Hold on.
And that's the thing, because when we saw Resident Evil 8, they were showing clips of the game being played in VR. So yeah, I think again, hybrid. So you can play it in VR or you can play it out VR. No,
because what you're saying is like I didn't get that.
So you think it's like a PSVR only thing?
Right? No. It's this PSVR2 content. also in development. So I don't think it is the full. I don't think the remake is going to be a full VR game.
I think it will be. I think it will be.
Why does it say content?
I don't know. They worded it wrong. Maybe this is just my copium.
I'm in denial.
Maybe I am. Maybe I am. But I just think, you know, like it's smart. You know, let's be honest about it. Like Resident Evil 4 VR was the biggest seller for Meta in of recent times.
With good reason. So,
you know, if PlayStation do their take on Resident Evil 4 VR as well, smart move, I think, in my eyes. But yeah, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 8, both being playable in VR, in my opinion.
Yeah, so I haven't actually.
PlayStation VR2 content also in development. Now let's get.
It's content again. I haven't. I've played Resident Evil 7 and 8, both early mods, full mods now, and I'm still kind of waiting to want to play the whole bloody thing through. So this says in development for PSVR2. I actually do think they know what they're saying.
You think it's going to be some like game mode?
I think Resident Evil 8 is going to be a brand new PSVR2 release. Yeah? Yeah?
No.
Because you can already play it on PS5. Can't you? It's already there. It's already done. So this
it's going to be an update. It's going to be a mode, an
all right,
update mode.
Okay.
For free.
Yeah,
it's going to be free though.
I hope it's free.
It's got to be free.
But I think Resident Evil 4 is going to be VR content.
So you think it's going to be some sort of crappy experience?
I didn't say crappy. I
say crappy. And I'll reiterate crappy as well, because if it's an experience, they can do one. It's got to be playable. The whole thing's got to be playable in VR. They've got to.
No, I don't think it will be, mate. Honestly, I don't.
But let's move on then, because this one will definitely be playable in VR, of course, and that's Walking Dead Retribution. We already know that's coming to PC. We already know it's coming to the Quest, but it's confirmed it's coming to PS5 and PSVR2, which is smart because, you know, that game looks amazing in all the trailers. I'm hyped for the new chainsaw. I think that's going to be awesome.
It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be awesome.
Through waves of the undead with that is going to be brilliant. So yeah, The Walking Dead, you know, the first one was great. I'm sure the second one is going to be even better. No Gran Turismo, dude. I'm so surprised. I'm so surprised about that.
So what did we get on your list? Is that 3 things today?
Yeah, so Resident Evil 4 VR, Resident Evil 8 VR, Walking Dead Retribution, then next up is No Man's Sky.
Oh, yeah? And then Horizon.
Horizon Call of the Mountain. Yeah.
So that's 5 things out of the 20 now that we know are PSVR2.
Yeah.
The good thing is they're done now. And they're out there. So the next time we talk about VR, other things will happen. It's a long journey. Like we've just got into June, and if March is where it's at, as you said, it's almost like a year away.
It feels like a lifetime away.
It's a bloody.
It feels like a lifetime away, dude. But like, yeah, we're missing Astrobot, we're missing Firewall, we're missing Blood and Truth, we're missing Gran Turismo, which I'm surprised about. The other thing is that is kind of surprising is that they would announce 3 zombie games on the bounce.
Thing is, first-person shooters and violence do sell. That's what people want. They want to do that stuff. Horizon now has just turned into what looks like a actual VR experience.
Yeah, totally.
That's huge.
I thought you was going to be in that little boat the whole way. In some respects.
Yeah, you get you know, the thing steps over you, you feel it. You know, you go in the water and you feel stuff. I don't know, but today, what is there? A bow. There was
climbing.
The climbing, the hook,
zip lining,
the zip lining,
swimming. Yeah,
mounting. Yeah.
And the bow looks great. You know. And I think the whole scale of those machines is going to be phenomenal in VR. That's one thing that VR does really well, is that sense of scale and being in that environment. So yeah, I think that game's going to be amazing.
But yeah, guys, there it is. Thank you ever so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. There's no bullshit over here. It is what it is. And yeah, cheers. Thank you for watching. Mike, it's been awesome, dude. Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you for the invite. I really appreciate it. It's always fun to hang out. So yeah, thank you all for joining us. And leave a little like on this stream. Show GT some love.
Tickle the like.
Tickle the like.
Give it a tickle.